Welcome, guys, back to Super Mario 64 3D World. What a title, what a name, what an event. That was a funny animation. Alright, in the last episode, we actually took down Big Boo's Hunt and got the missing caps. So now we got all three types of caps. And we caught Nips. Is his name Nips? Something like that. I don't know. We caught him. So we're just going to go ahead and jump on into Lethal Lava Land. And today we are... Actually, Mario. Okay. So I'm just going to go through and just do the normal. So we're good old Mario this episode. But Mario has a new trick, so it's still at least a little different. Actually, what we're doing is we're going to boil the bully. But if you jump through here, you can actually jump from the start. I just forgot for a second. And you could get the wing cap, which you can actually see on Mario because, you know, he was made with the cap. But we're just going over here. This beats some of the level design. That's fine. Everyone's seen this game so many times, I'm sure. Okay. Alright. So what you gotta do is you just gotta... Same with the little guys. There's little bullies too. You just gotta jump into them and knock them off into the lava. And that's star number 1. This level's gonna go by pretty fast, assuming I don't screw up. Assuming I don't screw up. And we'll see. Alright, bully the bullies. So like I said, you could just turn to camp. Okay. That was weird. Just long jump on over here. And grab this. And just makes it a lot quicker. I'm sure you guys aren't looking for a specific guide on how to do this legit. Because there are so many playthroughs. Probably of even 3D World 64. So I'm just going to do it my own way and have fun. Because that's the whole point of video games, right? To have fun. Well, screw this guy. He's not letting me have fun. Of course, he is a bully. Makes sense. I mean, I don't blame him, though. Considering my goal is to kill all these guys. It makes sense for him to fight back. Otherwise, it's going to be a very weird type of game where all you're doing is killing. It's like whenever you play Kirby on the 3DS, like Triple Deluxe or Planet Robobot, specifically Robobot, where there's like Waddle Dees, and they're just driving cars and obeying traffic laws, yet you can kill them. I mean, sure, you could get hit by them, but you're also walking illegally onto the road. I know this is weird to talk about, but it's true. If you play Planet Robobot, there's like stop signs and everything, and they like come towards the screen. And not stop signs, like stoplights, and you know, green means go, blah blah blah. But you can destroy the cars they're in, and all they're doing is going through their daily lives, and you can kill them. I don't know how nice Kirby actually is. It's very brutal. It's something they don't talk about, and the story in that game, believe it or not, is actually a lot of Kirby stories are really dark, and have very, very, very dark theming. Very dark theming. That'll make more sense if you play like Dreamland 3. Spoilers for a SNES game. You fight the final boss, the true final boss. It's this eyeball. And it's just... It bleeds everywhere once you start attacking. It's also in Kirby 64, if you played that one. It's an eyeball that bleeds everywhere. It's just very creepy. And then, there's very dark setting in Planet Robobot. I think it's probably the darkest one out of all of them. But you have to, like, pause to get the flavor text of the story, because you do get story cutscenes in that game, But what I'm trying to say is, it's a very light story, but it's actually done very well in dark. It works for a Kirby, which is so weird. Because you're this little adorable pink puffball of death, basically. I don't think people realize how brutal he is. Besides, like, some YouTube videos talking about it and such. I guess technically mine. I guess I'm not talking too much about the game we are playing, but like I said, you guys know this game, I'm sure. If not, play this game, the legit version, or the ROM hack, or whatever. Prefer you to buy it because it's on so many platforms. Technically. Okay. So these things you have to go the opposite direction, and then that's where you land. Okay. Keep landing on stuff weird. Okay. Whew. 49 stars. Like I said, this level is going to go by really fast. Besides, unless if the game freezes. So, we'll see. Alright, this one, I like to get the shell here, which appears after you beat the 4th star. And this is probably the level that uses this the most, this one and shifting. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and just get this star then. Because it might freeze on me anyway. I'd rather not make progress. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that much progress if I was going for 100 coins and I jump in here. Oh well. I might as well make something out of it. I'd rather the 100 coin star be last just in case the game freezes again. Which it didn't freeze in Big Boo's Haunt, which was awesome. It had that weird ambient noise though. It didn't have the organ from what I can hear. But like I said, I have this game turned down a little bit. So... Also, that lava looks really cool. I know that's not how lava falls down and crap, but that looks really cool for N64. This is a launch title. That is so crazy to me. Sure, I have some of the stuff updated. Because, you know, emulators and crap. Because I'm playing this on it. The only way I can play this mod. Sounds like a modded Wii or something, I bet. But it's cool. They did it's really cool that Nintendo did this with. Oh my gosh. I tried to do my little twirl because I thought I'd go higher because I guess I was thinking of Rosalina. But I almost died because of it. Because those little jumps right there are a lot trickier than you would think. Oh my gosh, we go to the 3rd floor. That's amazing. We haven't even made it to that spot yet. We haven't made it to the other floor because we're still here in the basement. That's hilarious. Okay. So I want this shell that way I can get these coins. And I missed a couple. And I missed that. Frame rate's kind of wonky, honestly. Of course, that's probably how the real game runs. It's weird going back to N64 games. Like on the N64 and then having some slowdown stuff. And you don't remember it. You remember it running perfectly because, you know, nostalgia. Like Ocarina of Time running at its good old like 17 frames per second most of the time or such. And I could be wrong. It's just... that's what I remember. I actually prefer to play the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. I don't know how many people prefer that. I know a lot of people don't like playing on the 3DS specifically, but that version's so good. I hope they port it eventually or do a virtual console somehow on the Switch. Something to play it on the TV because it's so cool. Majora's Mask 3D is pretty good too. It fixes a couple issues I have with the game. I guess I'm not going to get those 2 coins I missed, by the way. I didn't like having to wait in Majora's Mask when I've already played through the game. So they had to like be able to skip time to exactly when you won, and that it doesn't necessarily make the game easier to skip ahead in time, I don't think. It's so anything that doesn't, you know, take away the challenge necessarily. Necessary. Well, to be fair, it does take away some challenge. Just thought about it. Because there's some, ooh, I need, did I miss the coins that appeared? Sorry. It takes away some challenge because you could save any time. Yeah, that did take away that challenge because there's those new owl statues. Well, and the returning ones, of course. Which weren't even in the Japanese version, by the way. I don't know how many of you guys have played Majora's Mask, but you're watching Super Mario 64, so I assume you played a couple of 64 games. But I don't know if you guys knew, but the owl statues weren't even in the Japanese version. They added that to the American version. I'm talking about the N64 release of it. Is there coins I missed? I think there's some over here. Okay. I think I didn't... Did I get the ones by the bullies? The multiple bullies? The bullies? The little guys? The ones we've already boiled? Oh no. Okay. This is honestly a little scary. And like I said in the last episode, it is hot back here, so I am completely immersed in this game right now. Because I feel like I'm in Lethal Lava Land. Definitely feel like it. I am not going for those coins. Those are basically suicide coins. Like, I'm burning up. I might as well play the desert while it's hot back here too, because I feel like I'm in a desert. This should be Breath of the Wild. I need to change it to what Link wore, if you know what I mean. Spoilers, even though you have no clue what I'm talking about, unless if you played the game. And then it's not that much of a spoiler, is it? Okay, going to give it a sec. Alright. Let's see if it freezes. If it does, oh well, because it's going to let me save. Let's see. Okay, sweet. So now we're done with Lethal Lava Land. And we still got a little bit of time, so let's go ahead and start something else. Like I said, I'm not doing these in any special order, so whatever. And since I'm playing as Mario, the game froze when I beat Bowser last time with anyone else. I think we'll end it with me beating Bowser. So we're going to go in here first, because you have to, in order to fight Bowser, you gotta board his sub. His subwoofer. Let's see, what else can we talk about today? Besides, it is boiling hot back here. I will be complaining about that because no air conditioning. Oh, the things I do for you guys, right? Oh, Sonic Mania. I could talk about Sonic Mania. At least for a bit. A lot of fun. It is the best 2D Sonic game I've played in a while. Probably my favorite. Oh, that frame rate. Delicious. It's gotta load that sub. Okay. But Sonic Mania is good. It's good. I'm not saying that there weren't any good 2D Sonics. Say what you will about the 3D series. I don't care. Necessarily. I'm not the biggest fan of all of them. But 2D, everyone always forgets some pretty good 2D games. Like, I think Sonic Generations on 3DS is amazing. And it's all 2D. And it's great. I think it plays well. No, it just looks kind of wonky because it's a 3DS game, I guess. But it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I really like that game. I played a little bit of Colors DS because I had GameFly and I rented it. I couldn't get too into it, but what I played, it played well. And the Sonic Advance series, I didn't like the third one because I didn't like the tag team type of thing going on. But I really liked 1 and 2. I don't know if I beat 2, but I know I beat the first one. I don't know if I got the better ending though, because the Chaos Emeralds were really hard to get, in my opinion. But yeah, trust me when I say Sonic Mania was like one of the best Sonic games, if not the best 2D Sonic game. At least best 2D. Of course, I think technically the 2D ones play better than the 3D ones. Even though I really enjoyed the 3D ones as well. Well, some of the 3D ones. Like, you won't hear me saying I liked Sonic Boom. Although the 3DS Sonic Boom isn't bad. If you could get it pretty cheap. The first one. I didn't play the Crystal one besides the demo. So I don't know if that one's any good. But the first one, the only real problem I had with it was you go kind of slow, which is whatever. It's called Sonic Boom, so I don't care if it doesn't play exactly like regular Sonic. But it plays well enough but it doesn't have any bosses besides one boss. That was kind of weird. The only like type of bosses besides the final boss, which is the only boss, is racing your allies for some reason every time. You can play Sonic and you race other characters that you also play as. It's weird. It's like when you're playing Sonic Adventure, but then imagine playing Sonic Adventure when you could switch all the time, but then you have predetermined fights to fight your friends as Sonic. So you're playing as Gamma, and then all of a sudden you're playing as Sonic, and you're fighting Gamma. It's just kind of weird how they handled that. I don't know about Shattered Crystal though. I think I already said that. Oh, depth perception. This is crazy. Yeah, and like I said, I gotta do all the hot levels while it's hot back here. That way I'm immersed in the game. And if they ever remake this game at all, which I hope they do actually remake this game. And I don't mean DS, because I'm not the biggest fan of DS, honestly. Because of the controls. Which, if you grew up with DS and you like it, or you actually just agree that it's better, which is cool. Power to you. But I'm not sure about that. Like, you can't do what I just did in DS. You can't kick to change your height or anything. Like, change how you fall. It just stops. I don't know if they did that. And they did so many things to make the player not be able to sequence break. But by doing that, they made levels harder that had nothing to do with the sequence break. Like in Tall Tall Man. I'll talk more about it when we get there. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of how they did some things. And the character switching. The character switching was dumb. Because, not the fact that you can't do it, but the only way you can enter a level and just choose who you want to play as is if you're Yoshi and you got the hats. And the game froze. Great. So it's not because of Mario, it's just a loading error. I guess I'll see you guys in a second, or it'll actually I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. I want to make Toad fight Bowser, though. That sounds fun. You know what, guys? I'm actually going to cut the start of the next episode with me fighting Bowser as somebody. Whoever it lets me fight him as. Because, you know, the game's glitchy. This ROM hack's glitchy, at least. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode with the Bowser fight, believe it or not. So, see you guys then.